It's winter here in our small Utah farming community. It went from green corn stalks and orchards everywhere to leaves have fallen, the corn stalks are down, to now setting up and getting ready for Christmas. I used to think Christmas magic was gone, but having kids has shown me it's still around. Welcome back, everyone. So today I'm going to be making a boo basket for girls' night I'm going to. And I like to make everything kind of homemade-ish, you know? So I'm making it my thing, my favorite mild style, that's what I'm saying. I love to go to the thrift store, find stuff, spray paint, and kind of make it my own. So first thing I got was this. It has supposed to have like 2 feet on it. They fell off, so I'm going to fix it. So I'm going to paint this like black and gold. And I also have this I'm going to spray paint. And then a few more things I'm going to add to it. So first, I'm just going to sand it down to get a little bit of that paint off and help the new paint stick a little bit better. And then we'll go from there. Okay, here's my finished boo basket. Well, we're out here at my potato patch. That's what's getting potato patch. Anywho, so I've not checked on these all summer. Okay, planted them and I checked on them once. Okay, once. Had a lot of plans. I even needed to fix some of the waters, and it just did not happen with everything. They're on like a drip system, sprinkler system, and so they are they're automatically watered. So the weeds got crazy. I also wanted to weed those. Again, just they're kind of here, and they did well last year without a lot of attention, so that's just kind of how it is. It was just hard with kids and everything else. So we're gonna see how they are. There's also been a couple frosts, and because of them being in the beds, we've had some problems with them before. Well, I haven't. My family had some problems with them freezing last year in theirs. But I believe it was after a couple different frosts and like a few weeks. And I'm hoping it hasn't been too long and that they're all fine. But I'm gonna start digging them up. You know, if I dig them up and I see a couple, I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna leave them in there and maybe they'll grow next year because I don't have time to do extra stuff that's worthless right now. Sorry, I'm trying to look for like a tripod or something. But looks like I cleaned my car too great and everything's inside, so. Anywho, I'm using my Joyride candy. I need some energy. My mom's really nice. Is gonna make me some dinner. Because I haven't made it and I got off work and need to get going. So I'm gonna get going on this and hopefully get a good potato harvest. These are them. This is what I'm supposed to be harvesting is right in these, so that's great. I love potatoes. They're such an easy thing to grow. We put them into the ground in the spring and then just had water sprinklers watering them all summer long and didn't really touch them, which you can see with all the weeds that have taken over the garden, which is definitely kind of frustrating to try to weed them now. But with everything we had going on, I just could not keep up with them. But it's nice to have something that just grows and I don't have to monitor that much. I think for next year my goal is going to be more, not our goal, but how I'm going to do the potatoes. Normally I kind of dig out and put the potatoes in a hole, but our beds we kind of need to fill in a little bit more. So I'm going to just go and set the potatoes on the dirt and then put more soil over them instead of digging and seeing how they do. Probably a little bit better. Who knows? My mom planted some russets and they were ginormous. I've been so jealous about them. I did a whole bunch of butter balls, which I love the butter balls, the flavor better, but they were a lot smaller, but anything can be smaller compared to the ones that my mom got. They were like, I swear there were some that were a foot long It was crazy how big they were. But yeah, this is what happens when you wait too long to weed your garden. They go crazy. I love beds because it's just easy. It's up higher, but at the same time, sometimes I'm like, I wish it was easier to take some kind of tools through to get rid of weeds or things like that. Well, they're not frozen, but the weeds that I let get out of control are killing me. So I got like a little bit done so far. We will see how much I get done tonight. Okay, well, those are the potatoes I got so far. So I got 1 and then half one. It's not as many as I had hoped for tonight, but we kind of ran out of daylight. Oh, what's in my hair? Put lots in my hair. It's all messed up. Whatever. Yeah, ran out of daylight and all that. So gonna throw some of these into our root cellar and head out to bed with the kids. So I have my onions. They have been out here curing. Looks like a few I'm gonna have still left, but I'm gonna try to bag up as many as I can and just see how much it equals up to. Say hello. Hello. Okay, I'm cool. So this is my first year growing bulby onions. In the past, it's all been the like green onions ones, you know, like the little small ones. And the key I found this year is not planting your little starts from the store. That's actually like your second year onions. The best is to start them by seed. And still this year, I didn't get the biggest of onions. And I think the reason why is I didn't start them as early. I started them by seed, which you could still buy them from the store, but I decided to start them from seed. And I don't think I got them planted soon enough. So my goal this year is to start them right now in December, and then hopefully that they'll be big enough in time and they'll grow a lot better, because I had quite a few that were pretty big, but a lot were small, and I think the smaller ones were the ones I planted later because I planted them at different times. Just how it was, but I'm still excited about all the ones I did get, and I grew so many onions, which I've never done in the past. Well, it's not as much as I would have liked, but it's still quite a bit of onions that I was able to harvest. So I have those, and there are a few that were still green, so I'm just going to take them to the house and use them up first, because I just don't want to forget about them out here. But yeah, I'm still pretty happy for my first year actually growing real onions, this being them out. Well, we're back at it. We're gonna, what are we doing? We're gonna do some potatoes again. And hopefully I'll get them all brought in today. Let me get done because I want to focus on other things. I really want to be able to start cleaning so I can set up Christmas. So we shall see if that actually happens. I don't know. I want to do things that are not pressing, and I can just do whatever I want. As I mentioned before, it's been a crazy last few weeks and months, and I just want to do nothing. Not nothing, but just like bake and simpler things. So let's get potatoes in, and then I can. So this is what I picked last time, was most of this and a little bit of this. So what if I equaled up to a box of potatoes? So still got more. Let's do this. Oh, we still got all the potatoes picked. We're doing a lot of weeding with them to get to the potatoes. But taking a little break. Truckner is playing with his friend, so we're letting him do that. And just playing with little baby here. Our little howdy man. Playing with them. for a little bit and hopefully we get potatoes done. I'm tired. I'm really tired, but we still got more to do. Wow, super excited. We're gonna start putting up some Christmas decorations. Should be really fun. 2 little boys now, which I'm super excited. Things are so much more magical with kids, so let's get going. As I talked about before, it feels like in the past that the Christmas magic went away as I became an adult. But having kids now, and especially this year, I felt the Christmas magic come back so strong. It's been so much fun. My oldest, little Trekner, comes down the stairs every day and yells, "Christmas tree!" And then he goes and turns on the lights. He's loved it so much. I'm gonna be so sad we have to take it down. I think he's gonna be really sad, but that's just makes it part of the magic, is has to come down, and every year it comes back and it's even that more special. So I'm really excited to set this all up and really enjoy it, even though this was set up back in November. Vitamin C right now. This is how much I've done. This is 200 capsules. I'm gonna do another 100, so I'm gonna have to do them for a while. I just get my vitamin C in bulk, and then I capsulate it. I already put my capsules in here, which is pretty easy to fill. Bring some vitamin C. Yeah, so you put it in, you put your powder, you push it around so then it falls into all of the holes. And once you kind of get your first, like, dump in, then I push it down, and then we'll add some more. I'll show you guys in a second. Alright, so I forgot to film what I was doing. I already did all the vitamin C, and now I'm onto beef liver. So I have my lid, I put this base, or this, I don't know, whatever this plate is called. And then I put over my filled capsules, so they already have like the beef liver in. They already have the capsules. So putting this on, pushing all sides down, making sure it's good, and then you just lift it up, and you have all your finished capsules here that will be ready to use. So this is, I guess I say beef liver, my beef organ, so beef liver, beef heart, beef kidneys are all mixed in. And yeah, so it's pretty easy. I have a full video, and I'll try to remember to tag that as well. So yeah, it's pretty easy. You have these capsules. I think also in that video I did a price comparison. It's so much cheaper to make them like a fraction. I think normally you get a bottle of beef liver and it was like 60 bucks. Sorry, beef organs, beef liver, whatever, whichever one you want. That's not even like 40 maybe, but it's still pretty pricey. So making them yourself, it's definitely a lot more work. I freeze-dry all these, but this is so much cheaper. Any supplement you do, and you know there's not going to be your fillers in there, so that's also really, really nice when you're doing stuff like this. So I'm going to see if I can do another batch of beef liver. I have more capsules. I just get the ones that are not separated, and then I have to separate them because it's cheaper. But honestly, I might just start paying for them already separated because it takes so much time. But then I guess also at the same time, it's a really good, see, I just put them in, and you just kind of shake or set them up, whatever, but it's not that hard to do. My toddler right now loves that as one of his favorite activities is to separate them. So it's also like a good kind of thing for them to be able to do, to kind of figure out their motor skills and all that. So it's kind of debatable. Do I do it because it's easier for me, or as he's getting better at sorting and separating, is that like his job too? So I think I'll have to decide on that because it definitely takes me time. If it was just me, I'd probably say no, but I think it's good to have kids to be able to help and do projects, and especially if they're willing and it's something they enjoy what she does. I think it's a good thing to encourage them to be able to help with different tasks. No matter how simple or whatever you can do, but I think it's just really good for them to help to learn. I was like thinking the other day about how some of my favorite memories growing up were chores. Things, or like favorite memories with my mom were chores. So like folding socks. I would help her fold socks while she did laundry. Or milk our goats with her. That was my favorite thing to do with her. So I'm interested about how it's not as much like going to the park or fun stuff, but it's the projects that we did together, the work stuff, that I love, and it's still things I like. I love folding socks still, and every single time, like, I think of my mom, and I even do it kind of similar to how she taught me. So you just never know what's going to stick with your kids, but I'm starting to wonder if it really is that work stuff. I don't know why, but that stuff is the things that you can be able to connect with. So that's kind of a roundabout. I don't know. I'll have to decide when I need to order more. I still have quite a bit from my last order. But again, I will show the link. I have a link for the capsulator thing. So I will post that down below. We found ourselves with a free Saturday out of the blue, which never happens, and I said, hey, we're going out to Topaz Mountain, so that's what we did, to go look for some pretty rocks. Wow, I already pulled up and we found a lot of cool ones. Little man's been already put in the bucket, so that's fun. Been fun, bud? Oh. Okay, you go find more, okay? Get some food and then we'll start exploring. So when we were out here, we never found any topaz, but we found a lot of other cool rocks, so we were able to bring home. And hopefully getting a rock tumbler soon, we'll be able to put those through and make them a lot smoother. So we're excited for that. But here's a little beginning of our Christmas season. Hopefully we'll be able to show more soon. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and all that kind of came with it. Our little slow fall into Christmas season, a little bit of rock adventures. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas season. And let me know below what all the stuff you guys are doing, because yeah, I'm sure you guys are doing some awesome stuff too. I'd love to hear about it. So hopefully I'll see you guys next week. Hope you have a great day, great night. God bless.